Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Teabag. Now, before we get started, I just want to apologize for the worse audio. Like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, my son took a hammer to it, and so now I'm pretty much using a microphone headset. But I urge you to push on through, hang in there. You're going to learn a lot of useful information, and you'll be able to get your first Araxxor Kill no problem. Now, without further ado, first things first. Gear. Now I know this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyways because god damn it, this is my video and I get to say what I want. Man, I gotta learn to get that energy when I'm talking to my wife more often. Shh, she might hear us. Anyways, what I meant to say was, if you don't have what I have, use your best in slot. And don't worry, I am holding your hand. We're gonna go piece by piece on what I wear and what you can wear too. Starting with the headgear. Hey, you're doing Slayer, man. Use your Slayer helmet. For your cape slot, go ahead and wear your fire cape. And if you don't have one, hey, fuck it. We can't all be Chads, right? Wear your mythical cape. As for your necklace, I highly suggest the Blood Fury. I know it's pricey. I know. But damn it, if it isn't helpful and it's going to help you, you don't even have to wear it the whole time. Just wear it in the beginning while you're learning the boss. And then once you get a hang of it, then swap it out for a Torture or a Fury or a Glory. But trust me, it's going to help a lot. In the ammo slot, go ahead and buy some Dragon Javelins. I'll explain a little bit later on why. For your weapon, you want your best in slot for Crush. For me, it's the Abyssal Bludgeon. And if you can't afford that just yet, don't worry about it. You can use a Ursine Chain Mace or a Zami Hasta, even as Arachnus Cudgel. Don't recommend anything lower than that, though. As for top and bottom, I rock Bandos. If you can't afford that, throw on some Blood Moon or Fighter Torso and Varrock Skirt. If you got Ferocious Gloves, slap them on. If not, Barrel's Gloves will do. Primordials, if you have them, but if not, Dragon Boots will do. When it comes to the ring slot, everyone's going to have a different take. You can take whatever you want. I like the Light Bear because I take Dragon Claws as my special attack weapon, and this thing, like, by the time I'm done killing a Araxxor, I have basically another full bar of specs to go, and it just helps with the DPS and the kill times. So you take what you want. I like the Light Bearer. Bada bing, bada boom. We're now in the inventory section. Let's go through this quickly, shall we? The Heavy Ballista to shoot the Dragon Javelins. And just a reminder, you do have to have 75 range to equip the Heavy Ballista and have completed Monkey Madness too. Now, if for some reason you haven't done that just yet, don't fret, man. Use the Hunter Sunlight Crossbow instead of the Heavy Ballista, and instead of the Dragon Javelins, use the Moonlight Antler Bolts. Definitely bring your best Ava's device and a spec weapon of your choosing. Personally, I like to bring the Dragon Claws because even though it's not a guarantee hit per swipe, it is still pretty good damage even when I miss. Now, if you can't afford them, bring the Dragon Warhammer or the BGS. Both of those will be great options when you're starting out. Now, in this guide, we're using the Thrall method when it comes to magic for that extra DPS. I know the wiki and some other guides might have like Venge to fight the Mirrorback Araxxor, whatever the hell he's called, but we're using range to take care of those spiders, so we don't have to worry about that. This is just specifically for extra DPS. If you don't want to bring magic at all, that's fine. Bring an extra piece of food or some potions, as that's totally up to you. With that said, if you are using the Thralls, make sure you bring your Book of the Dead, your room pouch with your cosmics, fires, and bloods, and that you're on the Arceus spellbook before you teleport over there, because it's happened to me many times where I freaking get there and I'm not on that damn book. Personally, I like to use Spider Cave teleports to get there, so I just buy them from the Grand Exchange. Now, you don't have to do that. You can use that medallion you get from finishing that one damn quest that I forgot what the heck it's called, but I'm not going to touch on how to get there just yet. I will bring that back up here after the inventory section. But just know it involves a medallion and 2 very long ropes. However, do bring a teleport out. In regards to potions, bring a Divine Combat, Divine Range. Make sure you bring an Anti-Venom Plus and 4 to 5 Super Restores. Keep in mind that this may be too many restores for your first time. You're probably going to eat more than you're going to be relying on prayer, but this is something you will be changing throughout your time and your experience on Araxxor to fit your needs. So this is just for now. This is to for sure get your first kill. And it goes without saying, but for the rest of your inventory slots, bring food. Now that your fit has the ultimate drip, or whatever the hell you kids are saying nowadays, and you got your inventory set up, let's go ahead and learn how to get there. The first step is you can literally just buy the Spider Cave teleports from the Grand Exchange, unless you're an Iron Man. If so, he will drop them occasionally when you kill him, so you can use that at that time. The second method requires 63 agility, and you will also need to purchase 2 long ropes from the Darkmire General Store, located here. I believe that each one is 52k or something like that, so just bring a little bit extra cash just in case they're not. Once you've purchased both ropes, go ahead and follow this red line up to the wall. Place 1 long rope on that wall, and then once you climb up that rope, then you'll be able to place the other rope on that other side. You'll then be able to climb down and then just run a little bit north and boom, you're at the spider cave. Just in case you want a full walkthrough on how to get there from once you teleport with the medallion all the way to the wall, I'll go ahead and leave the video clip here. Alright, let us now get into the mechanics of the fight. When you first walk in, take note of the color of the egg on the southeastern corner. In this instance, the spider is green. The color of that egg will determine the special attack Araxxor does. But hold on now, let's not get too carried away. Let's take it back to the basics. Let's start from the beginning. Araxxor will attack you 3 times and the egg will hatch, and on the 4th it'll start coming at you. The green egg will spawn a green spider. Can you imagine that? And he's gonna range you. The white spider, which is the one we're most worried about, will mirror back any damage you do on Araxxor to you. The red spider is going to come at you and then stop right next to you and blow up, causing damage to you and the Araxxor. Now, the amount of damage it'll do to you and Araxxor does depend on where you are at the time of the explosion. So it'll do a maximum damage of 80 on Araxxor or 64. To deal with the green and white spider, turn on your best range boosting prayer, equip your ballista or crossbow, and attack it. Since we have a heavy range weapon, we will max hit every time, and we should be boosted enough to one hit him every time. Oh, and take note that once you kill the green spider, it will drop some poison in a 7x7 area, so just be careful because it can hit up to 7. As for the red spider, you want to let him get to you, and as soon as he gets to you, you want to run away. Now, Araxxor does have a special attack that will happen on every 4th attack after a spider has hatched. Depending on that egg on the southeast corner, if it's green, Araxxor will launch. What the fuck? I think I'm hungry. Launch a projectile that flies in a straight line from his direction towards the player. Being in the ball's trajectory, it will deal approximately 18 venom damage, and it will leave pools of venom on the floor. For the white spider, what the fuck, man? God? Araxxor launches venom blobs in a wide arc onto the floor. They do leave acid pools behind that deal low venom damage. Now, for the red spider, this has to be the most annoying one. It'll literally shoot a blob and it'll follow you for 6 ticks, leaving pools of venom behind you. To avoid the green spider special attack, just move at least 3 tiles away from the shot. For the white spider special attack, it's really simple. You're going to see them in the air, so just move away as far as you can, and it'll never hit you. For the red spider, you're going to walk 7 ticks. This is going to be a little bit difficult in the beginning, but try to walk in a way that it won't get in your way. What do I mean by that? Well, through the duration of your fight, it's possible that you will have to deal with 3 sets of these 3 eggs. So imagine if all the pools are left behind of the special attacks that I told you, then you can run out of space in the arena. You can be trapped and you'll be running around like a chicken without its head, getting hit low venom damage every single time. You're dead. So try to keep everything, let's say, like on the north side. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're walking around and shit, click on buttons that'll keep everything on the north side, even if you have to deal a little bit of damage until you get better at it. Once you get Araxxor down to 25% of his health, he will enrage. At this point, he starts attacking way faster than he was before. The good thing is that this will go scream. So every time you go scree, you want to move away. Depending on the way the arena is laid out, you know, like depending if you were able to manage the splots of venom well or not, it's going to go ahead and determine how you move around. If you have space to the left or the right of you, when he goes scree, you want to move 3 tiles away in that direction. If you only have space to the top and the bottom of you, when he goes scree, you want to move in that direction 1 tile. Alright, let us now go through an example kill. Make sure you pot up before you step inside. Quick prayer set to protect from melee and piety. Go ahead and dump your specs on that hoe. Alright, looks like our first egg in the sequence is white. When it hatches, go ahead and throw on your best ranged prayer and switch over to your ballista or your crossbow, and make sure you equip your Ava's device and kill it. Oh yeah, don't forget about your thrall. Dodge the blobs. As you can see here, it's the red spider, so I better position myself by running south. That way I run north when it gets next to me. That way I keep the poison pools on the north side, so that later when the spider rages, I don't have to worry about not having room. Alright, so now I'm getting really close to killing Araxxor. So instead of worrying about the green spider, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch over to protect from range. Since once Araxxor enrages, he will no longer attack with melee. He'll just do that scree attack. And we're gonna be dodging that anyways. But since this is your first time, just go ahead and equip your range stuff, throw on your range prayer, and attack that hoe, and then go back to killing Araxxor. And bada bing, bada boom, it dead. If you don't kill it as fast as me, then the sequence will restart up to 2 more times. So just do what you were already doing before and you'll be good to go. I want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this guide helps you get your first kill. And if it does, please go ahead and let me know your personal best time in the comments below. Rewind and rewatch any areas in this video that you may need to know a little bit more of. But just know there's no better way of learning how to kill Araxxor than just getting in there and doing it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to see me open up 100 Heart Clue caskets and see what special item I may or may not have gotten, click on the video that's showing up on your screen now. Peace!